shooting for the gold medal. On target number 1, representing Brazil, Karla Gogel. And on target number 2, representing Great Britain, Phoebe Paterson Pine. Judge of the match is Mr. Petr Polanski. And we are ready to go for the first hand with Gogel on target 1.
So time now for the compound women's open category gold medal match. And what a lineup we've got here. Jane Gogel from Brazil equaled the world record in qualification, shooting a 695. She goes up against the British athlete Phoebe Paterson Pine. Paterson Pine, the reigning Paralympic champion. In fact, that gold in Tokyo qualified her for the World Games taking place in Birmingham, Alabama. The opening ceremony for that competition was yesterday, and in fact, if Paterson Pine had elected to go, she'd be shooting today, but instead she's here and she's up against Gogel, who starts with a great 10.
Also for Paterson. Eight.
So Paterson Pine not happy with that one, affording herself a little smile.
10, 28.
Back into the 10s for Gogel for a 28. It's a good start from the Brazilian.
Ten, 28, tie score.
Well, I wonder if both of them suffered the same issue with their second arrows, perhaps predicting the wind for Gogel, but Paterson Pine didn't look happy with their execution. They both finished with the 28, so good starts from them. We've seen the W1 category, which is for athletes with the most impairment, usually an impairment both in the upper part of the body and the lower part of the body. This open category features athletes with less of an impairment. And as you'll see, Gogel remains seated in her chair, but Paterson Pine is using a stand, so she's resting. She's standing up and she's just resting against the stand to offer a little bit more support. It's the start of end number 2 in square. So the pair of them remain in the same order. Gogel shooting first and back into the middle of the target. It's a quality match, this one.
X. It's another X. 10x. That's a tie
Well, they've
score.
dialed into the middle at the same time here. Tiny little bit of movement there just before the release. It's just gone high and left into the 9. So 28 in the first end for Gogel, 29 in the second.
30 points.
And it's a perfect for Phoebe Paterson Pine. The Paralympic champion goes 1 point ahead after 2 ends of 5.
Score confirmed, 1 point of advantage for the British archer. It means that Gogel on target 1 is shooting first. This third end.
Well, both had a moment there to have a think about things, but they're both shooting really well.
Nine. X, the fourth one.
So both starting well in the third. But Gogel trailing by 1, shoots 2 9s. 1 high, 1 low. And archers of this quality, you'd expect Gogel to be in the 10 with her final arrow. Still a big opportunity for Pine. Both those arrows dropping low. So again, those wind conditions could be playing a part here.
Nine, 27 points.
So an opportunity for a 3-point lead. We just heard that win pick up, so a 28 for Phoebe Paterson Pine. She increases her lead by a point.
For the British archer after 3 hands.
So there really is very little in this, just 1 point in that second end and an extra point in the third for Paterson Pine, and that's what sees her 2 points ahead. But this is still a very tight match with 2 ends to go.
Confirmed 86-84. 2 points after 3 hands.
Start of the fourth, Gogel trailing by 2. Perhaps made an over adjustment between the ends there, just making another little change there, Gogel.
Nine. Eight.
Another adjustment from Gogel. Paterson Pine here has an opportunity to increase her lead
10.
And puts it into the 10. So the 2-point lead extends to 4 with 1 hour to go in the fourth.
111.
Just clipping the line there for a 10. Beautiful X though from Phoebe Paterson Pine for a 29. She's shooting really well here and now leads by 4 going into the final end. Just 3 arrows left per archer. So Paterson Pine very much in the driving seat.
Score are confirmed. We have 3 arrows to shoot per archer. We have 4 points of advantage for GBR.
Time for the 5th and final end here. Jane Gogel from Brazil equaled the world record in qualification, shooting a 695, but she's trailing by 4 against Great Britain's Paterson Pine.
9. Ten. 9.
Well, a good arrow here will release some of the pressure.
10.
And back into the 10s again. That's 4 in a row now. And into the 10 for a 139 for Gogel. Any more than 4, and Paterson Pine takes the gold medal here. And she finishes with her second perfect, a 30 for Paterson Pine for a 145. And she's taken the gold in the Compound Women's Open here at the Nove Mesto Para Archery European Cup. Great Britain on top of the podium.